In the bustling heart of Lagos, a city that never sleeps, there was one name on everyone's lips when lunchtime rolled around: Mama Chidinma. Her food stall wasn't just a place to eat. It was an institution. The aroma of her famous jollof rice would dance through the crowded streets, a siren song calling out to hungry workers, students, and passers-by. Every single afternoon, without fail, a long, winding queue would form, a testament to the magic she seemed to cook into every grain of rice. People would call out with familiar affection, "Mama Chidinma, Abig, add extra meat for me, oh, and this your stewed day make person forget him name." Laughter and lively chatter filled the air, a daily festival celebrating good food and community. Her spot was more than just popular. It was the vibrant, delicious pulse of the neighborhood. But behind the sizzling pans and the cloud of savory steam, a troubling secret was simmering. While Mama Chidinma was a master of flavor, she had a bad habit, a dangerous shortcut she took when no one was watching. Her philosophy seemed to be what they don't know won't hurt them. But in the food business, what you don't know can hurt everyone. The commitment to her customers' enjoyment didn't extend to the most crucial part of her operation: hygiene. Her kitchen, hidden from public view, told a different story than the delicious food she served. It was a story of neglect. Let's take a closer look. The pots she used, still holding the remnants of yesterday's stew, were given a quick, careless rinse instead of a proper scrub. The water she used for washing vegetables was often murky, reused far too many times. Her hands, the very hands that seasoned the meat and dished out the rice, would often go unwashed between handling money and touching the food. A fly might land on a piece of fish, and she'd simply wave it away, thinking nothing of it. These weren't just small oversights. They were deliberate corners being cut, gambles taken with the health and trust of every single person who lined up for her food. On one occasion, a customer, peering at his plate with a puzzled frown, called out, "Abig, wouldn't be this thing way I see inside my soup?" It was a small incident, but it was a crack in the foundation of her reputation. Whispers travel faster than the speed of light in a tight-knit community like this one. What started as a single customer's complaint soon multiplied. "I hear say the rice no day fresh," one person would mutter. "My friend talk say he see something funny inside his agusi," another would add. The rumors began to fly, casting a shadow over the once unquestionable reputation of Mama Chidinma's spot. A group of concerned young men from the neighborhood decided they couldn't just rely on hearsay. They needed to see the truth for themselves. One evening, after the last customer had left, they quietly positioned themselves near the back of her stall, peeking through a small gap in the window. What they saw made their stomachs turn. Their eyes widened in disbelief and shock. There was Mama Chidinma, preparing for the next day's business, using the same dirty utensils they saw her use that afternoon. She dropped a spoon on the dusty floor, picked it up, gave it a quick wipe on her apron, and tossed it right back into a pot of soup. One of the young men whispered to his friends, his voice filled with disgust, "Chai, see as she day do. This one no pure at all." They had seen enough. The evidence was undeniable, and they knew they couldn't stay silent. The health of their friends, their families, their entire community was at stake. The next day, the story spread like wildfire. The young men told their parents, who told their neighbors, who told their colleagues. The news, now confirmed and detailed, was on everyone's lips. That afternoon, for the first time in years, there was no line at Mama Chidinma's stall. The usual lively chatter was replaced by an eerie silence. People walked past, casting disappointed, sometimes angry, glances at her stall, but no one stopped to buy. Her calls of jollof is ready-o were met with empty stares. The boycott was swift and total, but her problems were just beginning. The rumors had not only reached the customers, they had reached the ears of the authorities. Before long, a white van pulled up and 2 officials in crisp uniforms stepped out. They were the health inspectors. They walked straight into her kitchen, clipboards in hand, and their professional expressions quickly turned to ones of grave concern. They saw everything the young men had seen and more. The grimy surfaces, the uncovered food, the lack of proper sanitation. It was a clear and present danger to public health. Mama Chidinma, realizing her world was crumbling, began to plead. "Na, small mistake. Abig, forgive me. It will not happen again," she cried, but the head inspector shook his head grimly. "Madam," he said, his voice firm but fair, "this is not a small mistake. The food business is a serious matter of public trust. We are shutting this place down." He placed a large official seal on her door, a final public declaration of her failure. The closure of Mama Chidinma's famous food stall sent a powerful ripple through the entire community. It was a sad day, but it was also a day of important learning. An elder in the community gathered some people and shared his wisdom, his voice carrying the weight of experience. "This thing way happen," he began. "He teach all of us big lesson. Hygiene, not life. If you want to sell food to people, you must respect them. Cook 'em clean, serve 'em clean. Nah, so you go get respect from everybody." His words resonated deeply. People understood that cleanliness wasn't just about following rules. It was a fundamental sign of respect for the people you serve. It was a promise that you care about their well-being. The story of Mama Chidinma became a local cautionary tale. It was a stark reminder that cutting corners, especially when it comes to people's health and safety, is a path that leads only to failure. You might save a little time or a little money in the short term, but you will lose everything in the long run. Your customers, your business, and most importantly, your reputation. A good name, once lost, is incredibly hard to get back. The community learned that they too had a role to play, to be vigilant, to speak up, and to demand the standards they deserve. Because when it comes to the food we eat, there can be no compromise. Cleanliness is respect. Hygiene is health. So what is the ultimate takeaway from this? It's a simple but profound truth. Never, ever cut corners with food. Whether you are cooking for your family, your friends, or your customers, every meal is a responsibility. Every plate you serve is a reflection of your character and your integrity. Your hygiene practices are a direct measure of the respect you have for others. When you compromise on cleanliness, you are gambling with people's health and your own future. Remember, your reputation is built one clean plate at a time, but it can be destroyed in an instant by a single act of carelessness. Your business, your community's trust, and your future depend on it. Cook clean, stay safe, and always put people first. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that matter.